seconds to go. One last gasp for Edmonton. Bouchard's pass didn't click with Draisaitl. 12 seconds to go. Florida trying to end it up against the wall, which would be fitting. 3 seconds to go. The Florida Panthers have won the Stanley Cup. For the first time in their 30-year history, the Florida Panthers are Stanley Cup champions. They made it about as hard on themselves as they possibly could, battling a valiant Edmonton team that had rallied from adversity all season long. And Paul Maurice, coaching lifer, 30 years in the National Hockey League, has his Stanley Cup.
What the puck is going on?
This is What the Puck is Going On for April the 23rd, 2025. Another night of NHL playoff action. And that never ceases to disappoint, does it? New Jersey put up a fight last night. Let's see. The Wild, how about them winning 5-2 in Vegas and winning convincingly? Kind of angles we brought up on the show too, as well. Expect a good effort from New Jersey, even though it feels like it's Carolina's series. I bet the sweep for Carolina. Something just said, New Jersey could kind of keep it interesting, and they did. But Carolina too tough at the end of the day for them. Minnesota stands up tall. They really, really do. So they are going to be at least maybe I'm not going to say my surprise, but maybe the national narrative's surprise of a team so far. The way that they're hanging in there with the Vegas Golden Knights. And then, let's see, Toronto having the win in overtime, so we can get another overtime game with them. And how about the Stanley Cup champions coming out and completely obliterating the Tampa Bay Lightning? But look at the goals. Didn't we tell you look for potentially a lot of goals in that game? And we get to 8. 6-2 was the final in that game with Florida. So a lot of good angles brought up by us on the show. Let's see if we can keep it going. Short slate tonight. Just 3 games. We'll knock them out, and we'll get you out of here as we have face-off for the Capitals and Canadians in just about an hour, 7:10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time from the Capital One Arena. 178 is the money line for Washington. The comeback for Montreal plus 146. Over under is at 5.5. Our goalies will be the same, as you got great efforts both from Montebaugh and Logan Thompson the last time out. But Alexander Ovechkin just a little too much for Montreal. Montreal came out. They played witty. They played strong. And the Capitals, I just don't think we've seen their best hockey yet. Ovechkin was able to carry them and put the weight on his shoulders. And the trade with Pittsburgh getting Anthony Beauvillier, the former Islander as well, who has tremendous playoff experience, comes to the Capitals. He scores a goal, so that experience paying off very well. And, I mean, how about it? Should we have brought up the angle that Alexander Ovechkin was going to score 2 goals? I think we probably should have. I think we probably dropped the ball on that. But what a storyline it is for the Caps and Ovechkin. Ovechkin able to score twice in his first career overtime winner. All right, so we'll get round 2 of this matchup tonight. Again, the Capitals are at home, and I'm going to look for a little bit better effort from Washington. The Canadiens were gritty. They rallied. They were able to put some pucks on the net, really challenged Logan Thompson, but I'm wondering if that might be their best sort of output that we might see for this entire series, knowing that output, as good as that it looked on Monday night, will come up a little bit short in this scenario here, game 2 in Washington. So we'll lean with the Caps here. I figured they should have had more goals than what they had the other night. They were skating well. They only get the 3 goals. I think 4 goals is a decent play for the Caps in this game. And I think they win convincingly, to be honest. I could see a 4-1 win. I could see a 5-2 victory. I could see even a 4-0 shutout, perhaps. So I think you have fair game on the Caps here, even on an alternate money line. 60-minute line is -110. The total goals you get +110 for over 3.5 goals. So that's not the worst angle in the world. And then if you just want to get super puck happy on the Capitals here, -2.5 is +280. And the win by 4 goals is at +750. All right, so some good numbers out there for Washington. If you really think Montreal is going to come back on the flip side here, -1.5 for them is +340, -2.5 +830. I just think Montreal has used their energy. Again, I mean, they kind of put the throttle down and were unable to get things done. This is a team who just barely crept into the playoffs. Really, it came down to the final day. A lot of energy used in that regard. So I will take the home team Capitals here. They showed decent signs of life on offense, considering they sputtered down the stretch, whether that was a sputter job or, let's just kind of take a rest at times job, or, Alex Ovechkin needs to get the goal record job. Maybe that was the motives of a lot of their play. The team aspect of it seems to be coming back. Good passing, good skating. I like what I saw, and I think they're going to be able to sneak another goal or 2 past Montembeault this evening. All right, so I'll take the Capitals to win this one fairly easily, convincingly, however you want to put it. I can think about threshold for the over would be at 6.5. I don't think I want to go too much above that. I don't even want to go above that. But 6.5 is +128. I just don't think Montreal gets things done on their end. In fact, if you want to look at it that way, on the Montreal total goals under, you get -108 is at under 2.5 goals. All right, so not the worst thing in the world for a straight play. Or, a play that's paying almost straight juice. Okay, Dallas and Colorado, game 3. Here we go. Heavyweight matchup again. Colorado with -192, a declarative favorite here. The total is 6.5, and the Avalanche puck line is at -1.5 +130. So the difference here in this series, I think at the end of the day, and I don't think I've brought this up to you guys, is just the fact that Colorado just has that speed. Where Dallas is a veteran grinder out type of team, Colorado is going to beat you down the edges a little bit more, and a little bit more flash in the pan for Colorado, where they still bring that same kind of gritty attitude that Dallas has as well. Jake Ottinger can be shaky at times, even in victory the other night. He was a little shaky and dicey. And Colorado has home ice here, and the altitude is going to be something that they're more acclimated to. That should be easy enough. Come on, Steve. And the Stars, I don't know if they're going to be acclimated to it. All right, so thin air, Colorado, third period, maybe wins this one going away. I think it probably stays kind of stingy. I would think this might be an under type of game, but I think Colorado will pull this out 3-2, 4-2, something along those lines. And we have a thriller here for the last one. Again, 6-5 was the final the other night for the Kings and the Oilers. The Kings minus 125 tonight, over under 5.5. I would just smash this over. While they're going to give these two teams lower scoring games, and I think the Kings have found something on offense, especially against the bad Edmonton defense. And Edmonton's going to give you something on offense as well. So, and the Kings have just been improved on offense here down the stretch at the end of the regular season, transitioning here into the playoffs. So give me the Kings over their team goals. Give me Edmonton over their team goals. Give me over 5.5. Any way you want to dice it, I think we get goals in this game. Probably will be our highest scoring game of the night. So if you want to go ahead and bet that, you can. In fact, let's see what those are here. I know we have some special nightly props. Let's take a quick look at a few of those just while we can. I'll pull them up in a second. But Edmonton team goals over 2.5 is minus 152. You get plus 120 on under 2.5. I would not go under. Over 2.5 for Los Angeles is minus 168 as well. So I would take both of those. I don't like it side here. I think this is more of a toss-up series. I know a lot of people like the Kings, and I do too. I'm going to continue to lean that way. I have tickets on the Kings. I don't have any tickets future-wise on the Oilers. But when it's all said and done, they have Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl. And if those two guys aren't the ones standing at the end, then that's not going to be a shock to me, to be honest. Or if those two guys are the ones left standing at the end, that will not be a shock to me. Over 5.5, let's go up to 8.5 goals in this one. I think we can definitely get a ton of goals. The overtime prop is plus 330. I think that comes into play as well. And alternate team goals, where are we at? Here we are. 7.5 is the safer feel, which is plus 310. But if you get to 9 goals here, you get 5-1. They got 11 the other night. So that paid almost 11-1, getting over 9.5 goals. I see plus 1060 listed right here. So I would climb the ladder with goals with these guys in what will be a higher scoring game, Kings and Oilers. Okay, let's see if we can get the nightly race type of deals. Okay, the puck drop specials. Every game to go to overtime is 48-1. I don't think that's the case. Each game to get 8 goals, 33-1. That's actually very tempting. Each game to get 7 goals is at 7-1. You could find yourself, Colorado and Dallas, a lot of goals the other night. I mean, would it shock you if it was 6-3 Washington over Montreal? I don't think that would be shocking to anybody. So I'm going to have to take a look at a couple of these maybe. Each game that gets 6 goals is at plus 350. Maybe climb the ladder with that as well. We can bet total over under goals for the 3 games. Let's see. Over 15.5 goals is minus 390. What's the big payout on the? Oh, yeah. Okay. So over 23.5 goals is at 7-1 odds. I think I'd just rather take all the teams to get to 7 goals, right? Yeah, because you're better off. I guess you can make up for some goals on other games. Okay, interesting props there. Let's see, leading scorer for tonight. Oh, man. I mean, Connor McDavid, 17-1. I mean, how do you not like that, right, as a bet? Let's see, Nick Suzuki's 40-1. Jacob Chychrun is 30-1. I mean, really, you're looking for someone who's going to get 2 goals here. That could be a star. That could be an Avalanche guy. That could be Tom Wilson, 70-1. Arturi Lankinen, for the Avalanche is 85-1. Okay, so but the highest, okay. So most shots on goal is what it is. That's a little different animal altogether. And then let's see what else. Yes, the highest scoring team, Colorado plus 270. Look, Edmonton's 5-1. The Kings are plus 440. All right, so maybe something there if that's going to be the highest scoring game. Here we go. Oilers and the Kings, highest scoring game is at plus 195. Capitals, Montreal are at 2-1. And Dallas and Colorado is the favorite at plus 145, interestingly enough. And you can do the lowest scoring game as well. Okay. Yeah, so that's the kind of stuff I was looking for here. And I think I like the angle with, let's just take a look at some of these. In fact, the Ant-Man's flying back from Pittsburgh. He should be visiting the studio here shortly. I'm going to have to pick his brain on some of this stuff. Let's see. You can pick the goal scored in overtime as well, which pays off big if you can get that right. I think we'll avoid some of that stuff. Let's see. Anything on the quick hits? First period points by a player. Alex Ovechkin plus 240 to have a point in the first quarter or first period. I like that, right? If he's not scoring, maybe on an assist. Tom Wilson's plus 365 in that regard. Can you parlay these guys? Nope. So there's some interesting stuff for sure overall. Okay, Eastern playoffs right now. Your Caps are minus 580 to win the series. Montreal plus 420. If you think the Caps can sweep right now, plus 340 is that payout. The Maple Leafs are minus 710, which I love because I have them. In fact, I played a 9-team NBA NHL to advance to the second round ticket. And I didn't put Oklahoma City or Boston on there or even Cleveland. I guessed, using teams like the Pacers, the Maple Leafs here, Carolina. So Maple Leafs in good shape, minus 710 to win their series. Florida's minus 230. Tampa Bay plus 188. The Devils are getting 2-1 or 10-1 right now, actually, to come back to win. Carolina minus 3,000. And then in the West, Dallas is plus 150. Colorado minus 182. The Kings are minus 205. Edmonton is plus 172. The Kings, the sweep is just at a plus 650. Let's see if Colorado can close it out. 4-1 is plus 330. And Dallas is 10-1 to win 4-1. Colorado is only plus 330 to win 4-1. And Dallas is 10-1. Yeah, these teams are somewhat priced closely, not for the game per se tonight, but it is even 1-1. Man, that just tells me the bookmakers really like Colorado. So don't be afraid to play Colorado perhaps on the 60-minute line. I like them. I got to take it for Colorado. I bet them to sweep and to win 4-1. The sweep's out of the question. We know that. But even if they can just run the table from here on out, and I can get a couple of these other tickets to pay out, then we'll be in good shape. Also got the Jets on it to sweep. I got a lot of teams to sweep here. The Jets right now are at minus 1,200. The Blues plus 680. And for the Jets to sweep right now is at plus 190. So all the good money gone there. And Vegas is minus 220. Minnesota plus 160. Series correct spread. Let's see here. Correct score. For the Knights to roll on out right now and win the rest of the games, just plus 350. I don't like that. Minnesota, though, plus 950 and plus 550 to win 4-2, as which I have that in a ticket somewhere, 4-2. And I think it's paying probably around 550. All right, so I feel good about that. right now. All right, let's pick out a couple goal scorers for tonight, and then we'll get on out of here. So the futures board is bright. Let me go ahead and log on in so I can play this ticket live with you guys right now. Okay, good news. They don't want me to go get authenticated, so no need to go shuffle through the phone. Anytime goal scorer in this Montreal Caps game. Let's go back to the well. I'm going to take Jacob Chychrun at 5-1 to score a goal tonight. That is a lovely payout for Colorado. My man scored the other night. I believe Lankinen did. Did he? I think he did. I've been doing pretty good with the goal scores. The guys I've been pulling up on my tickets here. So let's go right back to Arturi Lankinen at plus 250. And right now I'm getting 20-1 on him and Jacob Chychrun. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and play that by itself. And then I'll add these two guys with a king, since I think we have to go king. In fact, why don't we just go both? I just like to win one, So do I want to take Alex Laferriere at plus 350? You know what? Let's take Kopitar plus 380. We missed on him the other night. Let's go back to the well. So Kopitar, Lankinen, and Chychrun is paying $10 to win $998. You know what? Let's put 11 on it to win 1,097.80. So those are our goal scorers for tonight. In fact, let's do one more, El Cheapo, because we'll get paid good this way as well. First goal scorer. Kopitar is 21-1. And we'll just use the same guys, right? Lankinen, first goal scorer, is at 15-1. And then our capital, Jacob Chychrun, first goal scorer, is at 29-1. So $5 wins $52,795. Let's round robin these guys, right? If I get two of the three, then we are looking at let's see, two of the three is about $2,700. And then let's play him straight up as well, right? And then that'll give us some fun for this evening. Okay, so first goal scorers, Kopitar, Lankinen, and Jacob Chychrun. Chychrun's 29-1, Lankinen 15-1, Kopitar 21-1. $5 wins $52,795. And then if we do a 2-game parlay, so we hit two of the three, then we'll win somewhere. It's 8,000 divided by 3. Actually, 7,445 divided by 3. So almost 2,500 if we get any two of them. And I guess we got to bet them straight, right? Straight bets. Yeah, we do. So we'll just put 5 on each, and that will pay for the losses if one of them happens to score first by themselves. All right, still make a little profit. Okay, guys, we'll wrap it up. Let's get on out of here. Face-off coming up with the Capitals and the Canadiens. Come back tomorrow night, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the Deep End Broadcasting Network for another playoff edition of What the Puck is Going On. I am Stephen Murray. This is What the Puck is Going on the Deep End Broadcasting Network, Virginia Beach, Virginia, the United States of America.
What the puck is going on?